If something's on your mind, let it off. It's time for this week's On My Mind. Hey y'all, it's me, Kendall Anise. So you know this is a mini episode series in between my regular podcast, Shine with Kendall Anise, which goes live every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch Shine with Kendall Anise on all social media platforms, or should I say podcast platforms. You can find me through my social media also. So if this is your first time tuning in, this is not the complete podcast. On My Mind is a mini series that I tell you what's on my mind for the week in 10 minutes or less. All right. So today is all about loyalty. That's what's been on my mind all week. Loyalty is more than an ocean. And the reason why I say it's more than an ocean is because so many people talk about how loyal they are, and loyalty means the world, and loyalty means everything. But they don't necessarily practice what they preach. I always was taught when you give your word is your bond. Loyalty is priceless. You gotta be loyal to folks. And sometimes we're loyal to a fault. We're loyal to folks that don't deserve loyalty. And as I posted this week, what loyal people can't stand is people who are disloyal. And so many people you find throughout the years that you might think they're loyal, but they're really not loyal. And as we approach the end of 2019, I hope you were able to see some people for who they are. I know I was. Loyalty is big for me. I'm extremely loyal. But when it comes down to it, some people are just not that way. And that is a hard lesson to learn, although you learn it several times within your life. And let me just clear up. I'm not talking about relationship cheating or best friends cheating on you with another best friend. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about when you give people your efforts and you give people your time and you give people your loyalty. They might say, thank you for the loyalty. I appreciate it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be loyal right back to you. Some people don't see loyalty that way. Some people will use you up until they can't use you anymore. And once they've done that, then they're on to the next, or they're doing the next, or they're celebrating the next, or they're choosing the next. And they're just moving on when the person who was loyal is sitting back holding the bag with all of the hurt feelings. So I say, only be loyal to people who are loyal to you. It doesn't mean that you won't be who you are and you won't walk around being loyal to people. You have to be loyal to the right people. You have to be selective on who you give your loyalty to. It doesn't make you not a loyal person to those other people, but loyalty should have an expiration date. You can't be beaten up, thrown out, kicked around, and still continue to be loyal to whomever. Sometimes they're your closest friends, sometimes they're family members, and sometimes they're new friends who you decide to give your loyalty to. Everyone isn't deserving of your loyalty. And that's a hard lesson to learn. As I stated, you're going to continue to learn that throughout your life. But just be cautious on who you are loyal to. Some people, loyalty is just a notion. It's the right thing to do. People are told to be loyal. They want to look like that they're a loyal person, or they practice loyalty throughout their lives, or they're committed to their word and they're honoring their commitments, and they're just loyal. They're going to be by your side day and night. Whenever you need them, they'll be there. And that's not always the case. It's just not. But sometimes your loyalty can be to a fault. And I'm going to repeat that again. Your loyalty could be to a fault. Don't give loyalty to those who don't appreciate your loyal nature. I've talked to several people throughout this week, and they've shared how they've been betrayed or hurt, or they felt like they were being stabbed in the back. And I totally can relate and I totally understand. But loyalty has been on my mind all week, and I'm sharing it with you because lessons are a part of life. No matter who you are, no matter how old you get, you're going to learn and relearn lessons throughout your whole life. But all of the lessons that you've learned in 2019, whatever they may be, learn once again, grow from them, heal, acknowledge what happened, how it happened, how you played a part in it, if you did, and just tuck that in your pocket and hold that with you with the other lessons you've learned. But don't go into the next year, 2020, very cautious, using your baggage to hold over someone else's head. Everybody is an individual, and you treat people accordingly. You treat people as you want to be treated, but you also have to be smart in how you decide to handle certain people, because everybody is not meant to be your very best friend, your tightest family member, your loving neighbor. Everyone has not been raised like you, and they don't have the same value system you have. So proceed with caution, but ultimately still remain who you are and continue to have those attributes that make you you. But only bring them out when people are appreciative of who you are as a whole. That's this week's On My Mind. On My Mind. Thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of On My Mind. Don't forget to subscribe to Shine with Kendall Anise, which airs live every Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch the playback where all podcasts are played. For more information about Kendall Anise, visit livingtruelivingyou.com or ladymotivator.com. God bless.